In the world of trading, patience is not about waiting, it's about waiting with a plan. Hello, traders. Welcome back to Your Nifty Guy. In today's video, we'll map out the trade plan for Monday, identify the important levels, and prepare for the week with a clear strategy. If you find value in this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share it with your trading circle, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps this community grow stronger. On that note, we'll start with today's video. And as usual, the video will be divided into two parts. First part will be with what we had planned versus what happened in the markets today. How did we play that out? And then the second part will be with regards to the trade plan for Monday. Today again was a no trading day for me. As per the plan, as per the setup, nothing actually worked out. Markets opened with a gap down below the level. Again, I thought maybe if we get a bearish candle and then the high gets taken out, we'll get that rare trade that I always keep talking about. I don't know when will Nifty give me a live example which I can show it to you. But otherwise, this was the trade which could have been happened. But again, markets immediately went into a buying mode. Now we could have shorted the markets below this, but then again, it did not even break down below this. This was a very good valid pullback, and then again after going back once again below this, and this candle also try to understand the psychology. This candle also was where the open was equals to the low, right? So buying started immediately as soon as the markets opened around here. And that was the reason wherein if this low would have been broken and then market would have sustained below it, there would have been multiple stop losses that would have triggered, who would have created long entries around here, leading to a good scalping trade on the downside. But then that did not happen. And then market actually, if you see on a 15 minutes time frame for almost the entire day, market was inside the first 15 minutes range till around 2:30, wherein this breakdown did come in. So we finally did get a breakdown around 225. Again, this was also a breakdown, but then again, no pullback was here. Here, the breakdown followed through the pullback, everything came in, but then again, the final entry as per our setup, which was there, again came in at post 3 o'clock. So that is the place where I don't create fresh entries. The same was the scenario on this day, wherein the market had broken down below this consolidation, but then with a very valid and good pullback. But then the entry which came in was at 3 p.m., so we could not obviously take that same trade, as we don't enter into any fresh trades at after 2:45. No fresh trades are to be executed, and that was the reason this trade was completely avoided. And as I had suggested that, okay, post this good trending moves for the last 2 days, so we got a good bearish candle here, a good follow through bearish candle around here. And as I had already mentioned, that I am looking for a sideways day around here. So on the daily time frame, it can look like an inverted hammer, but on a 15 minutes time frame or on a lower time frame, you will see it was mostly sideways going up, down, and no clear momentum. And if you are to go and check the option prices for today, so all the call and puts were in red. The India VIX had fallen down, and all the option prices had decayed very, very nicely. So there is also a passive income strategy that I'm working on. It's a very simple strategy, but then again, I will not be making any video on that until unless I have good results to show for it. And I am testing it in real time in a separated account with just a single lot, and I have been doing it regularly for the last 1 month. And once we have a good enough sustainable result, and I can show you the results about with regards to the accuracy, with regards to what was the uh, percentage when we win on the percentage return on the capital deployed, because it's a option selling trade, so that will be taking a bigger chunk of the capital. So what is the percentage deployed? So I'll be sharing everything with you guys later on in detail. But for now, today, that strategy gave me very good decay, both the calls and the puts. It's a non-directional strategy. And of course, it was a day for option sellers, even with all these moves. So even this move which came in from the day's high till around day's low, nothing major happened on the strategy that I took. So I'll be sharing that very pretty soon, but not right now. So again, I hope you guys understood why it was a no trading day and no need, there was no rush or no need to jump into any sort of trades around here. That is the reason why I started with the quote that patience in trading is not about waiting, it's about waiting with a plan. So we already had a plan, we had our levels marked on the charts. And in case if price did not react accordingly, we will not be taking any trades, right? Now for Monday, we will not be needing this. We will not be needing this. We'll start with the weekly charts. On weekly, this was the 6 weeks fall which came in. This was the 0.5 to 0.618 weekly fib resistance that we had marked, and see how beautifully markets have reacted to it, right? So that is the reason why we keep on marking these levels on our chart. I use fib intensively because these levels actually work very, very well with Nifty. That has been my personal experience. And as you can see, the higher the level, higher time frame, the level I wanted to say about the time frame which we are using. So higher the time frame, the more is the accuracy of the level. So this was the weekly fib resistance, and as you can see, market has beautifully taken a resistance from it. This makes this particular low very, very important for us, 24,350 odd levels, because that will confirm the trend again for weekly. Again, the till the time this low is not broken, if we can still, if we again move up from here, that is something which will not change the trend. But if we are breaking it down here, we will see the structural shift that I keep talking about, which is again from a higher high, higher low to a lower high and a this, if this low is breached, then we have a lower low coming in. So that is something that we'll keep a keen eye on. Now, market structure is something which you can observe on all time frames, and based on the uh, top-down analysis, we can form our views. We can be bullish or we can be bearish or we can be biased towards a particular direction, and then we can trade those trades based on our bias on a smaller time frame. So as you can see, this was the weekly fib resistance, and how beautifully has market actually fallen down after reaching those levels. Now we are nearing this gap area, as well as this low is extremely important. So we'll keep 24,350 will be marking a line here for now. I'll keep this line as a purple line because this is not the regular day high, day lows or important levels that I mark. So this is for our reference. We can, okay, no need to add any text around here. It is simply a purple line, which we will, once we zoom out of the charts, we'll be knowing. On a 4 hours time frame, again, nothing, 75 minutes time frame. Okay, we have an important swing around here. Perfect. The trading plan for Monday will be again extremely simple. We are right now at the bottom of the gap area. How prices react around it is something again which we will need to check. I'll quickly just check the, okay, nothing is to be checked around yet. We need a lower height, lower low for checking the RSI levels, which is still pending. So again, that is nothing of no use right now. All right, plan number one, below this, we can go aggressive. Below the purple line, we can go aggressive. If market opens with a gap down and goes below this with the pullback, needless to say, below this we are short. We can expect a good move on the downside. Even though we are in a gap border area, the gap border is extremely big, and we can see markets testing some lower levels. I will not be surprised if we also get this rare trade that I keep talking about. We need a bearish candle closing below this with a with the high of that candle being taken out. We can expect a scalping trade on the upside. Now, with regards to the fib level, this is a important swing which got created today with today's low. We'll be quickly marking out the 0.5 to 0.618 zone again. Relating this in case of a gap up opening, our plan remains the same. Observe price action around here. In case of a negative price action, we can take a short entry, any long trade to be executed only and only above this particular level. Now, word of caution, Nifty weekly expiry has shifted to Tuesday. So Monday, which is the 1st of September, and Tuesday is the first weekly expiry of Nifty, which is falling on a Tuesday. And anybody who is into trading Nifty options and is into option buying, is into scalping, like me, switch over to the next week's expiry, switch over to the 9th of September expiry, which is the next to next Tuesday, and we can this will you will be paying a slightly higher premium for your entries, but then you will be protecting your capital against possible theta decay in case if market reacts in a stranger way and market goes sideways. Even if the direction is right, you might still be losing money. But by shifting to the next week's expiry and uh, you can actually create a safeguard against your capital. That is a personal practice that I do. I used to do it for Wednesdays. Now I will be doing it for Mondays and Tuesdays, which is expiry and expiry minus 1 day. So in case if you guys are there with me on the same boat into option buying, please make sure to try this for some time. You'll see the benefits of it, right? And this I'll as I said in last yesterday's video as well. So Nifty's expiry being shifted, maybe the market dynamics will change, and that is something which we need the market to settle, and that is something we'll be observing. And any which ways we have our clear plan of action, and we'll only be reacting and trading according to that. So, yeah, that's it for Monday's trade plan. Remember, once again, in trading, patience is not about waiting; it's about waiting with a plan. Stay disciplined, trade smart, and let the setups come to you, right? Let the markets commit to you before you commit to the market. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Your Nifty Guy, share it with your trading circle, and leave a comment with your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.